To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
Hey, and here we are.
What's up?
Okay.
It is the comic book day. Hey, Dave.
So Dave's in the house. What's up, Dave? All right. So we tried to move everything closer. All right. To the camera. So move the table, everything.
I think they're getting too spoiled. They're used to watching us in a lobby.
Yeah, exactly.
And now all of a sudden, Ronald one day is like, hey, let's get to more books. Dude, you can go back to cons and pull stuff from Mile High Comics twice a year. You guys are way too spoiled with this claim shows, everything overnighted. Oh, hey, Rex will send me stuff. Hey, Stevie B.
And now the mic blocks the book. I know, but the only other option is to put it near me, and then you can't hear John speak. And we all know everybody tunes in to watch John speak. Boom, boom.
The microphone and go, hello, England. Like
Dave, we are trying to come up with a solution. I tried to put this whole rack up here, and maybe that'll work better because then you can't see us at all. We could see the rack great on AR channel. Yeah, because I was sitting there by myself. I did have the rack on the table when I was on with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
AR?
Yeah,
So,
I thought it looked good.
I promise you. All right, we'll try that on Monday. I tried it with 2 people, and it didn't work too good. You know, it just like it'll be like me and John peeking from behind a wall every now and again to speak.
Well, I think that's the point. They don't want to see us. They probably just want books and text.
You just speak for yourself, pal.
And like a hand coming out.
Hey, Dave, anytime you want, dude, let us know and ahead of time because that's when we'll have our brewery remote.
Yeah, right. Let's
with the taco truck.
I offered several times.
He tried to come in here and get Mariano to sign a book for him or something, right? And Mariano's, a real nice guy and was getting ready to do it. And I said, whoa, I had to step in and stop all that nonsense. I said, no. Mariano ain't signing nothing until the taco truck rolls up front.
It's not just going to be signed. It's going to be signatures, silver signatures.
And let me say something else. I mentioned this to you before the show started. I better not be pulling no Taco Bell tacos off of that truck, okay? Otherwise, you guys are going to have problems. Okay. JD, buddy, what's going on? Ron's in the house.
They had a cool thing up on Instagram where called Gator Guard. And it's kind of like a semi-slab where you can it's like lucite, you bolt it together. Really cool. Like, go check it out on Instagram. Dave, I'm wondering if you were able to turn it around so you could get the Gator Guard logo off and just have it in the back. People who collect and maybe want to put something cool up for just a short period of time, this is like a great idea. They're like color coordinated screws and sheets of lucite. I was super impressed by that.
So Ron says, now my wife can't see what's happening on the show. Oh, well, that's good for me. Ron, just tell her you're watching some sort of news show. That's why we did this whole setup just for you, Ron. So you'd have oh, no, I'm watching the news, honey. Who are those 2 clowns?
I can put that Batman mask back on and it'd be like a cosplay.
Never, ever bring that Batman mask to the office again.
I think back of my truck, and I think it's still somewhere like in the back of the truck, like.
And there it should stay forever.
Should stay.
Now the show, no, Dave, there's no way. The show with breaks, I don't even get to 100 minutes.
100 minutes? Whoa, slow down.
So, you know what? We might be able to pull the stand. We can pull books up one at a time.
I'm just not that concerned with their ability to see the books.
All right, so there you go. So that's
how this works.
That's how John's working it. So we talked about yesterday on AR show about the Canadian convoy protest and what it's doing with deliveries. So we want to get to that real quick. But you know what? Let's open up with a best offer item so we can give people enough time here. Hold on here. let's see.
John doesn't care if you get to buy anything.
Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. All right, so Blood Queen number 4, high-end Al Garza Virgin Art Ultra Limited Edition cover. Suggested retail is $75. It is one of our best offer books starting at $10. All right, so get that best offer book out.
Blood Queen is one of the coolest things that Dynamite has done. And now that Dynamite is sort of kind of lurching more towards horror,
Real quick,
I would
guys.
absolutely what?
Real quick, we're gonna have to go slower and be louder about what you're putting up. Because what book are we showing?
We are showing
Blood Queen.
I don't have a Blood Queen.
You do not have a Blood Queen number.
Nope. So if you guys could hold it up to the camera, that would be lovely.
Is this Blood Queen number 4?
That is Blood Queen.
This is Blood Queen number 4. Here we go. That works pretty good. Amy says you should have it. You know what? Can you grab that real quick, John?
What, that?
Yeah, the little stand.
I'll be right back.
That might
Everybody.
work.
Don't log off because I'm left.
I was gonna say it is on my list, so I got it.
All right. So
That's a
here we
cool
go.
cover though.
Look at that. Except that got to hold it this way a little bit more. We got too many wires going on.
Well, there we go.
Right? Look at that. I am no man Vanna White, sir.
Did you contact tech support for Dynamite International?
Yeah, he keeps ignoring me. I think he's got a spam filter too. And all my emails are going there. Let's see. So let's see. Enhance. All right. So Amy, if you could make sure that Kyle does have that image so we can throw it back up.
Yeah, Blood Queen is one of these really cool titles that Dynamite did that I just, as Dynamite's sort of lurching towards the dark side,
Right.
I think this is something that people are going to sort of like rediscover a little bit because, this whole Vampirella, Nyx, really,
We just hold it up to the camera, like just.
Yeah, John will just climb on the table like he's doing a table dance.
No,
It's on Slack.
No one is
I don't know why he
saying
says he can't find it.
All right, here we go. All right, Marcus says we should get a selfie stick. That'll be dangerous.
Is that
Yeah,
better,
that
guys?
is not an image that's in my Slack, and it's not on the document, but that is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. We got shut off.
Oh,
Apparently.
that's me. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was going to say
You're still on. You can keep talking,
You
John.
just turned us off.
Oh,
Great,
boy.
man.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're still good on my end.
Oh, it's Kyle. Kyle, like you're done for
No,
today.
that's not Kyle. That's
Shut
me.
it off.
It's connected to my laptop. It's mirroring the screen.
Ron says get a selfie stick. We'll just get one, then we'll just pose.
Yeah,
we'll,
and
we'll
who's
do
gonna
it.
hold
So
the
just
selfie
stare
stick?
at the.
All night, that's John's new job. He's going to hold the
We'll
selfie
set
stick.
something up to just stare at the comics.
All right, so Blood Queen number 4, high-end Al Garza, Virgin Art, Ultra Limited Edition cover. 70. Ron, it is not signed. It is the one of our Ultra Limited
There's
Edition
only like
covers.
50 of these, right?
I don't know. Look at the back.
What did I tell you?
So suggested retail of $35.
Thank you. Yes.
Best offer books starting at $10. Yeah, Ron, it is not signed. And Lars Man will start. It's Blood Queen, buddy. But I will put you down, Lars Man. You're starting us off at 10. Thank you, bud.
Really nice book.
It is really a beautiful version cover. So
And I'll
Lars,
tell you, when someone buys this book, the coolest thing about this is somebody reached out to me on Twitter. They grabbed a book and they took our advice. They went back to the local comic book store and they're like, "Oh, this is a really good story." I'm like, "Yeah, obviously we're always kind of talking about New Comic Book Day, what's coming out this week." But there are things that, well, with every publisher for sure, but we're sitting here at Dynamite, that Dynamite has done that really are almost like what's going now, like call back to what happened like 3, 4, 5 years ago. And Blood Queen is absolutely sort of that, like Dynamite. I mean, I'm happy for it, but Dynamite's like pretty dark. These are not superhero comics for the most part.
right?
Especially with like Dynamite Lives Again and this sort of stuff. Blood Queen is really sort of in that, is sort of in that lane. Although we do have Project Superpowers coming out soon, so
Right.
people like me who
So-
were like, "Oh, I wish we had more capes."
So Dave's taking a shot at you. He goes, so if we can't see the rack, then John doesn't need to touch the books. Genius. So did your LCS, Alec, get all of their books today?
Yeah, they actually did get everything. All the books
they
that I
did.
said yesterday that I don't remember seeing, they got everything. They may have gotten shorted on some covers. Because I know on my pull list, I always try to get cover A, and there's a lot of random variants in there. So I think they may have gotten shorted on covers, but they did get all the books.
Okay, so all right, so maybe that was just panic.
No. I mean, I'm certainly glad that he got all his books. But I follow a bunch of different stores on social media that I shop at over the years. Buddy of mine down in Delaware did not get everything he needed, especially because we're in the age of variants now, right?
Right.
So people are specifically like, I want the black and white variant, I want whatever, right? When that stuff doesn't come in, that really sort of puts him under the gun, and then he's got to blame like a truckers convoy strike thing, whatever. I would just ask everybody, if you didn't get your books this week, your store didn't get their books, try to be a little bit patient and understanding, man, because there's a lot of stores that some stores are good and some stores are
what we were talking about yesterday on Alex show was that I had read about it, but it's in Canada and I'm not Canadian, so I don't pay that much attention to it. So they had, I guess, some sort of at the border with the US, they had some sort of convoy protest, and I guess some things happened that shouldn't have happened, and everybody's up in arms, and the prime minister is up in arms, and I forget his name, the young guy.
I was gonna say Trudeau or something.
Yeah,
Trudeau. Yeah, I think his dad was the prime minister.
Yeah, that's right. I think you're right. Yeah,
his dad was the prime
so I guess that this protest has created just some sort of blockage at the border, and we were talking about this in that. Obviously, one of the biggest printers with a specialty in comics is Transcon up in Canada. And almost everybody, I mean, when you do a deep run, almost everybody goes to Transcon.
Comics are fundamentally printed in Canada.
Yeah, I mentioned even back in way back.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, way back in the day, it was a company called Quebecor. You remember Quebecor? Yeah. Quebecor was out of Quebec. That's why they're called Quebecor. So it's not something we really think of over time in that, when you're getting stuff imported from Canada, you don't really think about it too much, So with this happening, I think it was Bleeding Cool that I read it on, said that, this may disrupt deliveries on your comic book day.
Certain people didn't get.
So look, Sheldon said, my store got DC books only, no other publishers.
I've heard that.
Damn, that sucks.
The store I visit in Chicago had said that they essentially did a similar thing. They had no Marvel books. Last time I checked, some people read Marvel books, so that's like a problem for the LCS.
Right.
But we would just suggest, like try to be patient. You know what I mean?
There's nothing. There's not. Yeah, I mean, it's, for one of the times where something's gone wrong, it really isn't because of the publishers or the printers, or even a supply chain issue. It's just getting the books across the border. And so that probably, now that you say it, and now that Sheldon's experienced some problems, I would say that it's probably a result of of the protests they had. Haven't read anything new about it. So hopefully they get this resolved pretty quickly.
These things eventually burn themselves out. I hate to say, we don't like to get political on the show, but these are always political protests, right? And then eventually people have to go back to work. There's some give and take. They sit down, they talk. It's always just a matter of, thankfully it's comic books. Sometimes there's also medicine sitting at the border.
That's true.
Canadian pharmacy is a huge, like a 9-figure business in this country. And there are people whose...
Were you waiting for your Rogaine?
What? I rub it on the sides of my face, just like they said on the bottle. Did I read it right?
Listen, why do you think I wear a hat all the time? I'm not too far behind you, bro. So I mean, for everybody out there, I'm going to guess that's probably what's going on, unfortunately. So, all right. So,
it's funny you brought that up, John. Some people, if they don't get their variants, it's a big problem. For me, it's like I pretty much only want cover A, and getting like a pull list of mainly variants, it's like, oh my God. Like from Image, Geiger came out, 80-page giant today. The only cover I was able to get was the sketch cover. That was in my pull list.
See, I would be happy with that, but I could totally see where people be like, no, hello, Joe.
Now,
it's not what I'm looking for.
Now I get sketch covers like Geiger. I already had a sketch cover from the first issue, and then I think when Hulk and Venom came out, the new series, I got cover A, and then I bought an extra sketch cover. But for my main cover to just be a sketch cover, that's kind of I don't know.
I agree with you. I get it. Everybody sort of has their, you know, like, and you know, you kind of want your run a certain way. I don't want to say it's OCD or whatever, but comic collectors like what they like, right? They like things in certain order. People have their books in certain order. Yeah, if somebody's a cover A collector, you know, it's cool. And then he has to wind up going on Facebook group or whatever and looking to swap out the variant he has with, you know what I mean? And it's not the best. It's
because I mean, as dumb as it sounds, so I have all of my, you know, my runs together, and then I have a whole separate box of blank sketch covers. So what do? Do I put this book in with the Geiger series? Do I put it with the blank sketch covers?
Exactly.
It's I don't know. I find it annoying. But it is what it is.
Too, for someone that's not just a collector, but buys and sells and trades, because you're online and you're trying to cut a deal. And like, all right, now what did I do with this thing? How did I, you know?
All right, so go ahead.
I was gonna say because now it technically feels like I don't actually have the issue. You know what I mean? Because do I want to dirty up a sketch cover if I ever find someone that I know can do that series? Do I want to read it? Do I want to, you know, have any potential issues? One of those things.
So
the future is everything is a blank variant, and you just have the artist draw what you want.
Insert your desired art here. So we got Joel in the house. What's going on, Joel?
Dave wants to see that. What? It's like we're at a deli now. People are ordering what they want. Dave wants to see the mega pack, and Ron wants to see the statue.
So
Ron, I don't blame you. I want to know what the statue is.
But first, we got to respond to Ron's. We should just boycott Canadian bacon. It's just a piece of ham anyway.
Spam is the better option.
Spam is always a better option, people. All right. And did I say hi to John Spilios? What's going on, buddy? All right. So let's see. We got Dave.
The mega pack first.
Let's do the mega pack. Yeah, let's do the mega pack real quick, and then we'll knock out.
Oh, what a shock! It's Batman.
That's your favorite.
Come on.
Wait me when you're done.
All right. So includes Batman number 118, Todd McFarlane Spider-Man homage variant by Victor Bogdanovich. CGC graded 9.8. Batman number 100 blank variant signed and with the, whose dog is that?
It's mine.
That's great.
You see Allie trying to make a straight face and like not have to admit it's his dog.
That's my phone ring.
I was thinking to myself, like, man, that dog better shut up. Do I really have to?
Don't worry. Listen, when I was quarantining at home and I did Robbie's, I was on Robbie's channel. My cat jumped right up on my desk, butthole right in the camera twice, not once but twice. And Robbie's like cracking up, dude.
Everybody who worked from home has had the moment where a bird has flew by the window, the cat has jumped up on.
Dude, I could be watching TV, the cat doesn't want to have nothing to do with me. Okay, all of a sudden I'm doing a live stream and the cat is needy.
My wife was in a meeting and the dog jumped on, like, lift up to the table on her hind legs, grabbed the mic, the mouse, it's a wireless mouse, picked it up like a toy and ran off.
Hey, Lars, man, now my dog is biting back.
It's funny. It's funny. The problem is where we live now. So the house that we're going to be buying, they have, I don't know. It's not like the windows aren't tinted, but they're you can't see through them on the door. But our neighbors have one of those the lights that, you know, the motion detector lights.
Oh,
and the dogs go crazy every single night, every time a car drives past, and now all of a sudden just flashes in the window. And it's, I don't know, they go crazy. It's annoying.
There's actually a film you can buy for your window to kind of deal with that, because we had a neighbor like that for a long time.
Now that I know that his dogs are there, whenever I'm on his channel on Tuesdays, I'm just to randomly start barking.
Use the dog whistle.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm gonna look on Amazon right after the show.
It's the training dog whistle.
So Richard Chip, hey, thanks for joining us, buddy. All right, so the Batman Megamix Set. So Batman number 118, Todd McFarlane Spider-Man homage variant by Victor Bogdanovich, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. Batman number 100 blank variant signed with a Batman cover sketch by Ken Haver. All-Star Batman number 1, Dynamic Forces exclusive J. Lee variant signed by John Romita Jr.
Richard Ship joining us. Hey, Richard.
And then Batman Beyond number 50 signed by Dan Jurgens. So you're going to get all 4 books. Suggested retail of $299.96. We have one available tonight for $193.90 for 1939, the first appearance of Batman and Detective number 27.
By spring and summer con season, the Batman slab will be at $200 because they'll announce that they're doing something else with Abyss, and instantly will become his first appearance. And everybody knows what happens. Like, that curve is a lot shorter than it used to be, right? It used to be years later the character came back, right? Now, if a character sells, they're immediately pushed into, a new story or whatever.
Right.
By summer, there'll be new stuff launched for Abyss, announced for Abyss. So the slab will be close to $200. So essentially, you're getting the other 3 books, the Ken Hazer cover, the Dan Jurgens signature. I love this cover. I absolutely love Batman Beyond, and All-Star Bat. This is one of these things where there's like a ton of like low key value built into this mega pack.
So you're getting the Batman 118, CGC graded 9.8, with first appearance of Abyss, right? I think.
I'm pretty sure that's the first appearance of Abyss.
Batman number 100, blank variant signed, with a Batman cover sketch by Ken Hazer. That's one of the nicer ones that he's done. You can see all the background colors.
What are we calling these things now? CAA, LMNOP,
CCAs.
CCA, okay.
Didn't you get the memo? And All-Star Batman number 1, Dynamic Forces exclusive J. Lee variant, signed by John Romita Jr. And then Batman Beyond number 50, signed by Dan Jurgens. All 4 books for $199.90. Now,
J. Lee variant would make a killer T-shirt, wouldn't it?
It would. 62 Lefty, what's going on, buddy?
That would be. So was it Ronald? Somebody wanted to see the statue.
Yes, it was Ron. All right,
Ronald, if you want to see the statue,
let's do the statue. The statue is Women of Dynamite, Vampirella statue, black and white Diamond Eye edition. Suggested retail of $299.99. It is a best offer item starting at $50. So for anybody that's a first-time viewer or has never actually made a claim, we have 2 types of claims here. We have the buy it now claim where we'll throw a price out, and first person to claim it on the chats will walk away with it. And then we have the best offer of the night books items, and that will be, we'll throw out a starting price, and the person with the best offer at the end of the night will walk away with as the winner. And Kyle, our producer, will throw up a clock when we're getting close to it.
5 minutes.
7:55. We'll end all the best offer books of the
Diamond Eye statues are so cool.
So let's see. All right. So does that take care of all of our best offers? Yes.
No, Ronald's already got 60. I was going to say, nobody bids. I got $50 out in the car. But
that's a dope statue.
Ronald's got to start with 60.
Yeah, I got to talk to you about that. You can't keep bringing in all your loose change. That doesn't work.
Sure you can.
No, you can't.
I was told all money was acceptable because of staff poor performance.
Actually, on U.S. law, you do have to accept currency.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. I was an econ major. You actually do, technically.
Yeah, but this isn't a retail outlet. This is me just looking on Amy's desk and finding stuff.
So, also to anybody that's new, that's putting out a claim tonight, just remember, and Kyle will throw the link up periodically through the show. It is our submission form. Please hit the link, fill it out. It's very important because it gives us if your real name does not match up with your username, and your ship to address, obviously, and your email, so that we know where to send you an invoice, so we can get your stuff shipped out.
Somebody else asked for something else too. I'm just trying to get to all the. We had the mega pack request.
We had the mega pack.
The statue.
Oh
request.
wait! I think Dave wanted to see.
Dave, did you want
one of the slab books?
Somebody wanted to see a slab. Oh, Joel Jones.
Yes. So here
which
we go.
Which is the Catwoman slab.
Yes. So it is the Catwoman. All right. So let me look.
And if there's something else, let me know. I didn't want to.
All right. So let's get the Catwoman out there before we go to the break. So Catwoman 80th anniversary, 100-page, super spectacular #1, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have it for $69.99. And we have one available tonight at that price.
And I'll tell you, Catwoman has not looked as good as she does right now with Joelle Jones since like the days of Jim Ballard. Joelle Jones should probably be doing about 100.
That reminds me of Michelle Pfeiffer, right? The Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. All right, so Dave is claiming it. All right, Dave, you got it, buddy.
Dave. If you read Lady Killer by that creator, she just. She's perfect for Catwoman. That's like a no-brainer, man. I'd wait. If I was the publisher, I'd be like, hey, how many of these do you want to do?
So that was a quick one. It's a beautiful book.
Was quick.
Yeah. So any Punisher books?
Punisher books?
No. But you know what? I will make sure. I'm making notes now, John. I will make sure that there is. So John Spilios has requested Punisher. I will make sure I find something Punisher next for Monday. All right, buddy?
Oh, Dave doesn't want the Catwoman. Okay, Dave, no problem.
Never mind. Punisher Monday.
He's probably in like 4 shows at once, right? So he's got all these tabs open, so he loses track of what he's claiming.
All right. So I no worries, Dave. All right. So that is still available then for $69.99. Catwoman.
I'm sure happy.
Catwoman 80th anniversary 100-page super spectacular #1. CGC graded, guaranteed.
I was sugar happy.
Yeah. And then what we'll do is when we come back, I have a special remark that I threw out there that Nick does not even know it's on the show, and we're going to call it our Ron special. So we're going to do something pretty cool with that when we get back. So it is time for our first break. So stay with us. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Thank you, sir.
They say, and it's true, that everything is getting faster. You're not getting any younger, and time is the single resource that you can never get back or get any more of. So why walk into your local comic shop blind when you can go in laser focused on the best books on the shelf?
Hi everybody, and welcome to Minute to Skim It. Yeah!
Spend 1 hour with Miss Jen and Bean, and they'll give you rapid-fire reviews of all the new comics hitting stores. Spend less time shopping and more time reading.
This is Provenance of Secrets.
This is The Heathens. I read Wolverine number 17.
Minute to Skim It, every Tuesday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
And I am back. I'm Rexless. What's up?
I went to look for an Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, Lars Man asked for Spider-Man, so I'm like, quick, go find Spider-Man.
So sorry. I will take a look, Lars Man. See if I can throw something in there. All right, but all right. So Nick doesn't even know about this one because I threw it on last minute because I remember Ron had asked for more CCAs. So tonight we have Incredible Hulk #1. Variant signed with Hulk sketch cover art by Ken Hazer. This is a nice one. Suggested retail of $89.99.
This is what I call the headbutt angle, man. This thing is great.
So we normally do these.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna make this a best offer book, starting at $25. There we go. I just made an executive decision.
All right. I'll get it started with 25.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
If you're a Hulk fan, that's like the move, man.
So this one is also, if I win this one's also going to my dad.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. His dad's a big fan. So
remember the email I sent you? I put in there. I said he already has the book, the Gore book. It's displayed in his Hulk Thor case. He's got an entire case of Hulk and Thor statues with some key issues in there. This will fit.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah,
you know what I want
that's
to
so
try
cool.
to get on this show sometime?
So John Spilios is in at 30. Go ahead.
King size annual #1, the Jim Steranko Hulk cover.
What I would like to do is convince Alex's dad to like X-Men.
That'll never happen.
That's my goal. So, all right. So John Spilios is in the lead on that one at 30. Thanks, John. So let's see. What else should we do? And should I start randomly bark? Ron says, "How am I supposed to bid against the dad gift?" Well, it didn't bother John Spilios.
Didn't bother John Spilios.
Didn't bother John Spilios at all, man.
I was gonna say I just started off at 25. I mean, you guys go on that.
We'll make sure we give something to Alex Dad. So anybody that wants to
You'll send him like a Hulk T-shirt from Target.
I'll send him a Ken Hazer X-Men cover sketch art.
No.
You don't get to say that, John. There's no taco truck here.
Ew.
So, John, Alex says it's all right, buddy. So if you want to hold yours, you can hold yours.
This is the dog that's barking.
Oh, no, it's a Dotson. There he is.
Oh my god.
They're loud, dude.
It's a hot dog truck.
Oh, my Dotson. Oh, look at that. Oh, he loves you, man.
Oh yeah.
He would chase the big dogs, but he'd be afraid of rabbits. I
It's
just don't
CVB.
understand.
The Hulk. I told it was my wife when the UPS guy shows up.
All right. So let's see. You want to do?
See if Alex wants to do something. Is there something else?
Yeah. What do you want to do,
Like
Alex?
jumped
You
out
pick something,
at him
buddy.
I was gonna say I got the list right here. Let's see. Can we go right to another CCA?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can do whatever you want. Go ahead,
All
do it.
right. I don't want to get them all out of the way right away, but I see Invincible Iron Man issue 1.
Ah, okay. So this one,
Oh man, this is nice.
Invincible Iron Man #1, signed and cover sketch art
Bill Mouse.
Iron Man by Bill Mouse.
Oh my gosh.
$89.99 suggested retail. It is one of our 5-star books at 50. So
The color on this is so nice.
it was super cool when
There's like marker on this, I think, right?
yeah. I mean, it looks like it.
It
doesn't
looks like marker. I mean,
so. That's so cool.
That really is a gorgeous one.
Yeah, this is a nice one. So a little bit different this time around. Not actually a Ken Hazer book. So we have that available for 50 tonight. Let's see. Let's do
Panther.
Okay, let's do Panther.
Everybody knows I've been reading Vampirella forever, since like the 70s practically. One of my favorite things about the original Vampirella in Warren Comics was Panther and the other sort of characters. Sometimes they had terrible names, but Panther was always really cool. Dynamite picked up Panther along with all the other kind of Vampirella. I don't even say Rogues Gallery, but we'll just say Universe. Super glad to see Tom Stigowski. He's been doing Vampirella. I literally was just messaging him like 5 minutes before we came on the air.
Right.
He's doing Vampyverse now with Janine Atchison.
Mm-hmm.
And they sort of were... They have like a whole thing for Panther and how they want to fit all these things. Just when we do something for Atlas Comics, it's really cool. Atlas Comics is a brand that Dynamite picked up.
Right.
It was a brand from like the 70s. They had... Atlas was known for having cool covers and not really much else. Like the stories weren't great, but the covers for Atlas Comics were cool. So I like the idea that we use the Atlas Comics banner for special covers.
So Panther Volume 2, #1, Tom Sanowski and Jeannie Atchison, signed Atlas edition, suggested retail of $49.99. We have it tonight, the one available for $19.74, the year Panther first appeared in Vampirella magazine number 30.
Well, they realized pretty quickly Vampirella needed, she couldn't do it by herself, right? They needed other sort of, characters. They had a few others. We're going to be doing Draculina, and I think she had another cousin called like Evilette or something. It was very He-Man and Masters of the Universe. But Panther was far and away the best of those characters.
So we have the one available, dual sign, Tom Snikowski and Jeannie Atchison. And we have it for $19.74 for anybody that wants to put a claim in.
You should absolutely be reading that. You should absolutely check out. Tom has done, I've lost track of how much stuff Tom has done. People joke around that I pester Dave Avalon too much on Twitter. He would take the Tom Stigowski stuff any day of the week. I talk to Tom almost daily with, hey, what would be cool? And he'd be like, for you to not message me? And I'm like, no, that would be cool at all. I always have these great ideas. Absolutely pick up stuff he does. You can find stuff in the back issue bins, especially if you get to the store, they don't have what you want this week. That's kind of another way to sort of take the edge off. If you get to the store and they're like, hey, sorry, man, your books are in Canada, I can't do anything. That's a great week to not just waste a trip. jump into the back issue stuff. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Speaking of Dynamite back issues, you see what the segue is here? You know a great way to get Dynamite back issues for 50 cents a piece?
Oh, you're going to the 10-pack. Good segue. Next time I'll pick it up a little earlier.
I was gonna say that was a good one.
All right, so Dynamite 10-pack reader set. So 10 Dynamite random Dynamite titles. Suggested retail cover price of $3.99 or higher. So a suggested retail of $40 or higher. And as always, we're selling it for $5, 50 cents a copy. If you buy more than one, we will do our best to make sure that we don't duplicate titles. If you buy more than 2, 3, 4, something like that, which we've had customers do, we will absolutely do our best. But after a certain point, we can't guarantee we won't duplicate.
And
so
sometimes you get cool variants in there. I remember like the first one we put together, we had a very cool variant for both Peter Cannon and Battlestar Galactica. These are chase books that people are looking for at cons, $15, $20, $25.
Right.
And they were literally 50 cents a piece.
You can't,
Stevie, you're right. I wish we did have the Stray Dog CCA.
Yes.
Preferably the Red Sony one.
Let me write that one down too.
Speaking of Stray Dogs, the second issue came out, I think a week or two ago. It finally, the little miniseries ended. I'm sticking to it. 100% cash grab. That's all it was to me.
Really?
Yeah, it was really disappointing. It actually had like a decent ending that kind of wrapped it all up, like kind of a follow-up from the first volume, but the whole issue, both of the issues were basically the same thing, and it was just following a dog for like 2 pages and then going to a different dog. It was very disappointing.
I've heard a couple people say that too, that they're getting mileage out of the cute dogs. I get it. Like, everybody in America loves dogs now. You don't love dogs in this country, they're ready to push you out the border. So they're doing all it's true. I mean,
I know.
I see it all the time. Someone at a party says, I don't like dogs. It's like the needle off the record. Everybody stops and turns like, what did you just say? It's almost like outing yourself as an alien, like a foreign life form if you don't like dogs. And they kind of vibe that for Stray Dogs. And the first volume was kind of cool. I don't think anybody
Alex has established himself as a dog lover, obviously. Okay.
Now, I never was a big one. I'm allergic to like everything. I got really lucky with the first dog that we had. It's the mix that he is more of like the hypoallergenic one.
Oh, nice.
And I got really lucky with her too, because my girlfriend has in Oklahoma, her family has a bunch of dachshunds. Well, I guess technically just one, but never messed with my allergies. So we took a shot and it hasn't messed with them still. But I feel like every dog I'm ever around, it's like end of the world.
You know what? Same thing happened with my best friend. I mean, literally, we've been friends for 40 years. Could never have a dog. His parents had him on allergy meds. He couldn't have a dog. He couldn't have a cat. He went out on a date with a girl, and she had a dachshund. And as soon as he got there, his reaction was like, no reaction. The dachshund loved him. The last time I spoke to him, he had adopted the fourth one. In the pandemic, and he's just like the weird old dude now in his condo. He's a single guy, and he's just got all these dachshunds, and so you kind of see him out there. You know what I mean? And he puts them in their little car, and they kind of go around.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I don't know if it's something about dachshunds, but
it could be.
I mean, this guy's allergy, like a leaf would hit the floor, and we'd have to get like the EpiPen and stick it in his neck. His allergies were bad.
I mean, it could be. I mean, they tend to be, more or less hypoallergenic. I think the short-haired ones. The long-haired ones, forget about it.
Oh yeah. You get like a golden retriever or something.
Even a dachshund that's long-haired might cause you allergies.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Now you can have long-haired, wire-haired.
This is going to become the Westminster Dog Show.
Yeah, right.
Bring
your dog back on, man.
The short-haired dachshund, the long-haired dachshund, the wired-haired dachshund.
My one aunt, she's got so many cats. Like I actually can't. I mean, I can't go over to her house, but I actually can't really be near her for too long because of just the cat hair and everything.
At least you're outside of the
It's horrible.
Platform, so there's like air constantly
stand downwind.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
it's rough. It sucks though. I mean, it's like everything outside too, like trees, grass, plants, everything. I'm just super allergic.
So during the next break, I'll see if I can find some sort of Spider-Man something.
We got to find Spider-Man, and what else did somebody want to say? Punisher.
Punisher.
Yeah. Punisher? Yes, but I know I can't find Punisher quick enough. That's gonna be a hunt. Spider-Man I might have sitting around somewhere. All right, so the next book, let's do Silver Surfer #1, signed by Michael Allred. Suggested retail of $29.99. Tonight we have it for $19.66. The year Silver Surfer first appeared in Fantastic Four number.
That's pretty cool.
8. So we have one available at that price as well.
And I mentioned this on one other show. For most of the Silver Surfer fans, they kind of split into two camps, right? There's the Kirby Surfer,
right,
and there's the Mobius Surfer, right? I think you can add there. A good case can be made for Allred Surfer. Now, obviously, he doesn't have as much volume of work, particularly as Kirby does, but he kind of breathes a certain life, like a vintage 60s vibe into Silver Surfer.
Yes.
I got to tell you, man, I absolutely love. Back even in the 90s and early 2000s, whenever they wanted to do a vintage book where they needed a flashback set in the 60s, Mike Allred's phone would ring. And they would be like, we need 4 pages of this character in 1969. And it was always super cool. Image would do that. They had a book where it was like modern, but then they would flash back to the 60s. And the pages were always by Mike Allred. And I'm like, this is cool.
I think he did FF #1 too, right? That one cover.
He did one of the FF #1s. He's done some Batman,
right?
66, which, if you know, on Monday, I love Batman 66.
You could have been here that night when we sold that one, the Batman 66 and Green Hornet. All right, so speaking of, we might as well go to. Joel's going to take the Silver Surfer. You got it, Joel. I got you down, buddy. So that leads into here. I'm going to segue one. So let's do the next book, Fantastic Four, number 586, signed by Steve Eptic. Very tough signature to get. We have one available for $29.99 tonight.
Really good covers, too.
Yeah.
It's really funny. The Epting sort of covers, they almost get lost a little bit, right? Because you talk about like the Fantastic Four artists, right? Obviously, and I know this sounds like an old person thing to say, but I still kind of, if I'm going to read a Fantastic Four story, I want it to be a Kirby story because I need the Fantastic Four to look a certain way.
Right.
But you've got Walt Simonson, you've got John Byrne, and sometimes Steve Epting kind of gets lost in that conversation. You look at some of the covers. The covers on his books are so good, and they just sort of, like when I hear people having these Fantastic Four conversations, I tend to belong to Facebook groups for everything I like, one of them being the Fantastic Four. And I see that kind of get forgotten sometimes.
Right.
And I'm like, really? You got, Steve Epting and, the 90s, he was still like the Avengers. I mean, I realized everybody had bomber jackets with their sleeves rolled up. And even he admitted years later that was not the strongest choice. But
all right. So I'm going to go back for a second to the Incredible Hulk. Okay. Only because, so hold on a second here. Let me make a note here. All right. So Alec, your dad liked the Hulk and who else?
Hulk and Thor.
Oh, you know what, too?
Thor.
The Fantastic Four book, he only signed 65 copies.
All
it's
right.
number 7. It's a nice low number.
All right. So
Nice.
Ron is claiming the FF number 586 by Steve Epting.
Nice.
You got it, Ron.
That's a nice book.
All right. So
I guess to be a
Hulk
little bit
Thor.
more specific too, he Thor, yeah, but he loves Jane Foster too.
Jane Foster. Got it. Okay. Because this is what I'm going to do. We'll find something to send Alec, gratis, so he can give it to his dad, because Alec does a lot for us and we really appreciate him come on the show with us and spending time having me on his show every week. So I will lower, let's see. So Alec, I'm going to take you off. We'll find something to send your dad.
Man, that means a lot.
on the
Thank you.
Hulk.
I'll tell you what though. These gifts are really nice, but it's not going to change his stance on the X-Men.
And don't send him giant Hulk hands from
I
Toys R
told
Us
you.
either.
When we
He
do
already
the
has
remote at
them.
the brewery, I told you, when we do the remote at the brewery, you bring your dad. By the end of that evening, he will be a huge Claremont Burn X-Men.
I'll tell you right
I
now.
guarantee it.
I'll guarantee this. Not
What?
only if he comes, he's gonna be so adamant about how much he hates the X-Men. It's actually gonna do a 180, and then you won't have me on the show anymore. It's gonna be like, no, we're done with the whole.
Hey, then we put your dad on the stream, because what sells? Okay, what do people want to see? Come on,
Angry
like
opinions.
a Japanese game show. All right. So John, I'm going to lower your offer on the Incredible Hulk #1, the blank variant, with the Hulk sketch cover, to 25, and open up the claims to anybody that wants, including Ron. So John is in the lead at 25. Don't worry about Alec. I'm going to put together a little care package for his dad, including X-Men. Lots of X-Men.
Who wants that? It's
Don't you have a taco truck to arrange?
It's Dawson's Creek.
Don't you have a taco
in
truck?
Westchester County?
Could you please get on the phone and hook us up with your taco, dude?
Oh, Professor X, what about my powers? Oh, stop it.
So, Stevie B, question is on the FF.
Alan Davis? No, I think that's Steve Epting. Is it this one we just did?
Yeah.
It's Steve Epting.
Yeah, Steve Epting. All right, John, cool.
It does have very much an Alan Davis Alan Davis vibe.
It does.
I think.
It does. So, you want to do that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that one. That's a good one. I gotta find
this one is so cool.
Let's see. Where did I put the slab comics?
Now, want no part of this. This is cover C. He's not interested. I knew it wasn't cover A. That's why I wanted to check. I'm like, there's no way this cover A.
Why can't I find it? My goodness.
Preston, Dawson's Creek never has Wolverine.
All right. So Red Sonja, The Price of Blood #1, Joseph Michael Linsner, CGC graded cover. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is one of our best offer books starting at $25. All right. So anybody that wants it, start throwing your claims out there.
That's awesome.
Preston, hey, what's going on, Preston? Dawson's Creek never had Wolverine. Yeah, but it would have been a heck of an episode, wouldn't it? So we have one available at this best offer of the night claim. And to anybody that just joined us that's never watched the show or never actually pushed a claim through, two types of claims. We have a buy it now claim. We'll throw out a number and you claim it. All right. So Lars Man is at 30. Gotcha, Lars Man. Is at 30 on the Red Sonja 9.8. Is that 9.8? That's 9.8. Yep, guaranteed 9.8. So Stevie B just looked it up. Epting inside Davis cover. Hey,
nice.
Look at that. Okay. And during the next break, I'll grab that bowl of crow for John to eat.
You're trying to give his father X-Men books. You did a long time before I got to eat crow.
2 words for you. Taco truck. So
every time you ask, it's 1 week later.
Oh. I'm sorry. It looks like, Alec, we're going to have to do the brewery one without John. We won't be able to set it up.
If we're in a brewery, there'll be a taco truck.
So now I see the secret.
My friend Lori, who runs the brewery, loves tacos, man. I wouldn't roll. If I rolled in there without a taco truck, I'd have to pay for beer.
I see how that works.
That's a bad proposition.
I see how that works. Okay. I understand now. All right. So let's see.
That was cold like metal. That's the segue to do a metal cover. See how smooth that was?
It was not smooth at all.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
Smooth.
Okay. It was rough like an unpaved road.
It was,
and being dragged behind it.
but Evil Ernie. I love this
So
book.
pick one, buddy.
Evil Ernie.
All right.
Evil Ernie.
So we got Chaos, Metal Cover Comics, Evil Ernie #1. This is actually a pretty cool cover. Suggested retail of $100. We have it tonight, one available for $60. Okay. And Preston is going to bid $40 on Red Sonja. Got you, buddy.
Did you say that was a metal cover? Did I hear that
yes,
correct?
sir.
Those metal covers are so cool. They honestly
They
are.
are.
One of the happiest days of my collecting Dynamite was when they bought Chaos.
I got to admit, though, they are a real pain in the butt to get into the bag and board. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah, they are.
It catches. The first time dealing with it, I've kind of gotten the technique. The guys in the back kind of showed me. But the first time I did it, I had to get a new bag. I ripped the bag.
I'll tell you what would be perfect for these metal covers is that thing Dave was showing on his Instagram feed, the Gator card.
Oh, the Gator card?
They should be sponsoring the show.
Because I got to tell you, I mean, if you catch it wrong on the way in on the plastic,
exactly
it just rips it right
up. You don't
up.
want to get it slabbed necessarily. Maybe you do. I don't know. But if you don't want to get it slabbed, the Gator card is like the next best thing.
I'll be honest with you. If the zombie apocalypse happens, I'm going to take a bunch of these Dynamite metal covers at home, and I'm going to sharpen the edges real sharp.
They're already pretty sharp. Handle with care.
Now here's the real question. Legally, do you have to put some sort of warning on it?
The ones that we actually send to our distributors like Diamond, we do put a tag to tell everybody, be careful, the edges are sharp. I don't know the exact verbiage that the lawyer gave us, but yes, it is just like the content's hot that you see on a cup of coffee at McDonald's.
I mean, you got to do it. You got to cover yourself. Some people are just, they'll take advantage.
I mean, it's to the point where I would not suggest giving the covers to a toddler. Okay, they could potentially do some damage.
One that might not make it. No, might not make it out. This might pull from the rotation.
Oh, was that Sheena?
Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. It's a metal cover.
Amy, make sure the batteries in that radar wand
this is an homage for. Help me out, somebody. When we put this up there, this is an homage from a famous Spider-Man cover.
Amy, just make sure that metal detector, the wand, has fresh batteries in it, because we're gonna have to screen John on the way out again.
It's ASM 301. 300 301.
Appreciate it.
300.
Sheena is like one of my low-key favorite things that I've liked Sheena even since before Dynamite was doing it. Once Dynamite did it, it got better because it was, consistent, better quality creators or whatever. To see this have a metal cover makes me super happy.
Now, John, out of all the things that's, Dynamite's got on the market right now, what would you say is like the one series that absolute gotta grab it no matter what?
I'm trying to separate what I like objective, subjective, right? Because, you know what? I think in this case, they're kind of the same. I would probably say the Vampyverse. I'm a big fan of multiversal stories. I love Sonyaversal. I love, before that, they've had a few other Dynamite, forays, I guess we'll call them, into the multiverse. A few years back was Legendary. Altered States, which is another one, which has sort of been semi-brought back as Fractured States,
right?
Which will be for Project Superpowers in March-ish. But right now, if you were going to go into a store where I know you could probably still get some back issues, especially if you're a cover A guy, you don't need to put in, I don't need it to be, laser etched, hologram, diamond studded, whatever, is Vampyverse. Because you can jump into the Vampyverse pretty quickly. If you know who the Vampirella character is, that's kind of all you need to know, right? And to see all the different versions of Vampirella and how, it's very cool. There's one version I particularly like, the Vamp, which is like a 30s pulp character.
Right.
And that one is, I had a little bit of a conversation with Tom Stajewski about that on Twitter. And that's sort of like fun to do. You know what I mean? He's like, when you do that, you kind of have like the 45 and the trench coat or whatever. It's kind of really neat to do. I would say if you're going to pick up one book, pick up the Vampyverse. If you're looking for something different, like I've been reading all this stuff, I really want something different. I'm sick of Batman. I'm sick of the X-Men stuff, pushing this stuff every week.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, I get off topic. Try Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. Because it's different. It's really good, but it's also really different. Which I'm kind of, if you've had enough of capes and if you've had enough of, grim and gritty sort of I am vengeance, I am the night type characters,
Who are you referring to?
And not just Batman. I mean, there's a ton of these characters. Moon Knight, it's all the same. They're moody, they're broody. They need mood stabilizers. They got the cape they couldn't possibly move in real life, let alone fight crime.
Sounds like they need a taco. So Triple B, hey, what's going on, buddy? He doesn't let any toddlers touch his books. Stevie B, don't forget to not microwavable on those metal covers. It's a good point. I'll mention that to our attorneys. GC 2001.
Don't be careful with these covers. I mean, we're having a lot of fun or whatever, but seriously, I don't want to see people emailing us photos with my hand.
Dude, you would need to literally, it's not that sharp. You would literally need to sit there and try to saw it through the phone.
It's like a lightsaber in your hands.
If you're going to be drinking before the show, bring some for me too. All right.
Buying and rum work great together.
Yeah, there you go. 2001. Hey, buddy, call all nines with your
local area. Rudy is my life. I like that.
GC 2001. I do owe you an email. I apologize. I got a little bit behind. I believe you asked me about a book that was on the site. I think that book sold out, but I will send you an email in response to that. Nilo, Moody and Broody is my life. What's going on, Nilo? Thanks for joining us, buddy. All right. So should we do? You pick one, John.
You know what? I'm going to stick with the theme because I love these metal books, and I think
Another one. That's awesome.
Which one is that?
This is Hell Sonia.
All right. So Hell Sonia number
Lucio
one.
Perillo cover.
That's Lucio
it is.
Perillo.
Even he doesn't do that.
Perillo.
Well, you're gonna have to disappoint Dave with that information.
You'll have to disappoint Dave with that information.
So Hell Sonia number one, Lucio Perillo, metal premium cover.
Hell Sonia
Suggested retail of $100, also $60, and we have one available at that price tonight. So realize that this is going out at retail. I mean, these are all fairly recent.
Yeah, I mean, this literally Hell Sonia, and we talked about this a couple minutes ago when Alec asked me about Dynamite books. I mentioned Vampyverse. Prior to Vampyverse was Sonyaversal, and it was the same kind of concept of the Red Sonia character is seen in different realities. She's a pirate, she's a cyborg, she's Blue Sonia, right. She's Dead Sonia. Dead Sonia was kind of cool. I like Dead Sonia. But this was Hell Sonia, where she essentially ascends to become the Queen of Hell. And probably, John Spilios is right. You absolutely should be claiming Hell Sonia, bud.
All right, John, I got you, buddy.
If anything, the metal cover makes the art pop even more.
Yes.
And of all the artists, and I'm certainly not bagging on anyone's art style. But full disclosure, this is like a Twitter friend. But Gracie the cosplayer sort of was instrumental. The baker. She is a baker. She's amazing cakes. But she's also a cosplayer.
Could you send us some of those cakes? Be nice.
Her and I have discussed that when I'm in San Diego. I don't think you're invited to Comic-Con with Dynamite. It's just me, Nick, and Amy. Someone has to be here in charge.
I hate to break this to you, buddy.
We're not
ain't Nick and Amy either, brother.
Nobody's going. If I go to Comic-Con, it'll be in the John Copter.
It was going to be
Dynamite chat.
I'm sorry, Lars, man. I see you, buddy. Yeah. So John,
we'll try to find another.
John,
one.
I'll tell you what. We can probably get you one as well. So I'm going to put both John Spilios and Lars, man, down for the Hell Sonia book.
Yeah, we'll find a second one.
All right, we'll find one somewhere.
Lucio Perillo.
We'll rip it out of John's bleeding hands.
I know, right? Apparently, I'm not going to get one now, but that's fine. But Lucio Perillo, of all the artists, really sort of uses Gracie the cosplayer almost as like the body model,
right,
for this cover, because this is super, super close to the pose that Gracie did in the photo shoot. And this was one of these things where, like, all the stars of my universe lined up, right? Because she's my friend from Twitter. We started talking about food, actually.
Right.
Long before I realized she was a cosplayer, she would put up these great cakes. And I'm like, oh, wow, where were you when I was catering? I could have used this. And, I found out she's a cosplayer. She does Hell Sonia. And,
hey, John Spilios. Yes, he did claim it first. But because this is more current stuff, and believe it or not, Nick's not here tonight. I think he's sort of watching, but I know he's got meetings and stuff.
So no one's in charge?
So, yeah, so we're going to run amok here. So I know I have one more of the Hell Sonia. So if you both want it, I can get them to both of you. Because I had one that they brought me when the books came into the warehouse. So I know I have one sitting on my desk. So I have two. So both of you can get it. If both of you want it, no problem there.
Yeah. And trust me, both of you guys are going to want
and
this.
If the one on my desk is missing, I'll just take one from John. It's no big deal. As far as update for Vampirella movie TV show, very excited if it comes through. I would be very excited too. GC 2001. So GC 2001 has asked, you guys have anything that's allowed to be said as far as an update for Vampirella movie
Didn't
TV show?
somebody just tweet a photo of like they were writing the musical score?
Well, I want to explain to GC exactly how it works. Nobody tells me nothing because clearly I'll just say anything during a live stream. So to be safe, all that kind of proprietary information in a company that I actually work for, they don't share with me.
You're the Tom Holland of spoilers in Dynamite.
But I make so much less money. But I am taller than Tom Holland. Who is it?
My dog is
Alex Dotson is taller than Tom Holland.
Nice.
Yeah, I said it. There you go. I said it.
Yeah, but the dog doesn't date Zendaya, does he?
No, does not. I don't know. Alec, does he? Does your dog date Zendaya?
Well, she's a girl, so no. Hey, this is a female dog.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
So I'm sorry, Amy. Your random comments do not make it all the way back here now.
I know.
You're gonna have to actually get up and yell at us. Oh my goch, yes. Sorry, thank you. And we are over at the time we're supposed to take a break. So we're gonna take a break. We'll be back in a few minutes and do more goofy stuff. Drunk with Power.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey. And behind every page, there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit ComicShopLocator.com today. They say it, and it's true, that everything is getting faster, you're not getting any younger, and time is the single resource that you can never get back or get any more of. So why walk into your local comic shop blind when you can go in laser focused on the best books on the shelf?
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Minute to Skim It. Yeah!
Spend 1 hour with Miss Jen and Bean, and they'll give you rapid-fire reviews of all the new comics hitting stores. Spend less time shopping and more time reading.
This is Provenance of Secrets.
This is The Heathens. I read Wolverine number 17.
Minute to Skim It, every Tuesday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
All right, and we're back, and
What's
John's
up?
got a bunch of questions that we're gonna tackle, but we are gonna try. John and I were just talking during a break. We're gonna try to get a thinner, taller rack that we could put on a table that might help things a little bit. So it's still a work in progress, and because I was on AR's show yesterday, he told me about the big no-no about banging the table because he could hear it. So what does John do? Like a 5-year-old. So we're also going to get a boom like AR's got. I got to order all the stuff through.
AR's good stuff, and he doesn't have a comic book company.
Dude, he has a bookshelf that lights up and changes colors. Okay, I'm not going to be able to rest that from the budget. Okay, all right. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting on a stool.
Otherwise, Nick's is going to be $9 a copy. Yeah, has a bunch of questions. First question is, which characters are better sale, Vampirella or Red Sonja?
Yeah, they don't tell me that either.
Honestly,
John would know better.
You probably want to let me handle this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, honestly, they're about. It's almost sometimes when you have to keep in mind, a company like Dynamite, and this is not anything like behind the scenes. You can look this up in 2 seconds on Google. Certain properties Dynamite licenses, certain properties Dynamite owns. So obviously, if Dynamite owns a character, there's a higher profit, unless the sales of another licensed character are like skyrocketing through the moon, right? Both of those books, I would say right now, and I'm sure Nick is probably pretty happy with this, both Vampirella and Red Sonja have really strong sales.
Yes.
And it doesn't seem to matter what we do with them in terms of Sonyaversal, Vampiverse. We've done stories from different parts of the characters' inherent timelines. Queen Sonia, and then we'll go back. You know what I mean? Queen Sonia is almost sort of like the end of the story a little bit. We've done Vampirella stories in the future, the past, crossovers. People, there's like a heavy sort of, there's like a built-in fan base for Red Sonja and Vampirella, and people wait for it.
Well, let me say this. I mean, well, all joking aside, I mean, John's knowledge of Dynamite books is phenomenal.
Sad.
Well, maybe that's what your wife says. I don't know.
It's both.
But you know, the man really knows his stuff. And this is kind of linking to what AR was saying earlier about Stray Dogs, is that I think that the point of fact is that you know, like a Vampirella, like Red Sonja, and even Nyx, if the content's good and you have a following, it's gonna do well enough for you to keep printing the title. If you try to cash in right away, which, you know, just based on what people are saying, and especially, you know, talking to Alec, if you just try to hit it while it's hot and you still don't provide the content, because it feels like that they just started throwing books out there without really being concerned about the content, mainly because they knew the iron was hot. And I get it. Okay. I mean, it's a business at the end of the day, and you have an overhead, you have lights to keep on, you know, you have employees to pay. I mean, I get it. But unfortunately, you can lose that audience very, very quickly if you don't do it right. You know, if the content, if you're just throwing comics out there because you know that the characters are hot, but you're not pushing the content, guess what? They're not going to hang around too long. You know, that's the problem.
A great example of that is Dawn Vampirella, right? Dynamite decides a while back to do Dawn versus Dawn and Vampirella.
Right.
And I think the initial reaction wasn't necessarily negative, but people were like, this is just two hot female characters in a book. That, you know, when you grab the book and read the story afterwards, everybody had the reaction of, wow, this is a really cool story. You know what I mean? So a lot of times you have a little bit of a hurdle to overcome to, you know, like it's not a cash grab. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Everybody that's watching this is a collector. Everybody knows cash grab books when they say it, right? Mm-hmm. Something is super hot and it seems like it's endemic through the publishing line. One of the reasons I love Dynamite, and I don't want to focus too much on Dynamite because it's not just a Dynamite show, but Dynamite, Nick has really avoided that. Nick has done stories when Nick has published books when he's had good stories and a good creative team. You know what I mean? Everybody knows I'm a huge Green Hornet fan. People ask why there isn't more Green Hornet. Well, I'll tell you right now why there's no Green Hornet. Again, this isn't something that is like secret. You can kind of look this up. Green Hornet does not sell as well as other books, right? Dynamite can only publish so much stuff at one time. Green Hornet,
and John can only buy so much stuff at one time.
No, I would buy more books if they were here. But but seriously though, I love Green Hornet. Everybody knows I love Green Hornet. My favorite character. There's just not enough people like me to do that. You know what I mean? When Nick finds a good story, a good creative team, and a good story, that's when he goes with it and hopes that it sells. And Green Hornet sales are steady, but they're not spectacular. When you have characters like Red Sonja, Vampirella, keep on. James Bond.
Right.
I mean, you know, as much as I love Green Hornet, if you have an opportunity to publish James Bond, this is like a no-brainer.
Right.
Right? Army of the Dead, or Army of Darkness, I'm sorry. You have a chance to put, you know, Ash on a cover, you do it. And the book sells. Green Hornet is almost one of those sort of acquired tastes. You know, there's a few old guys like me that remember. And then occasionally you get a Green Hornet book where it's really cool or a popular artist does it. You know, we have covers that Alex Ross did.
Right.
And of course those sell. But you have to be a little, you know, you have to kind of pick your spots when you're an independent publisher. You can't just, you know, it's fine for Marvel and DC to do, you know, 500 books a month or whatever, and whatever happens. So the question about Nyx, I think it's too early to tell. You know, things like Nyx and Purgatory and Panther, really good, but I think like the jury is still out to see if. Plus, I'm looking at this from the fan perspective. I have no idea what Nick's goals are. What, you know, Nick decides, well, this is what I want to sell, blah, blah, blah. That's all business stuff that neither Rex nor I have, you know, kind of no idea on. Me, I hope everything sells. Yeah, you know. So
John says Sonja Versal was awesome. Thank you, John, for pushing that title. That got me to read it. It was fantastic.
You're welcome, man. That's sort of what I've done on social media in comics for 16 years, I think. I discovered Dynamite at a time when I was not that. I was sort of burned out on comics. You know what I mean? I'd reached a point where the stories, there was a sameness to them. It wasn't really there. When I found Dynamite, it was new stuff. It was characters. So I was super happy about that.
So Triple B says that stories that Dynamite has been putting out are so good. Next in Purgatory and Panther are very good new books. So thank you for saying that, Triple B. Thank you for putting that up.
And Barbarella.
So
which you happen to have.
And you gotta check out Evil Ernie too, because I read the first issue. That was awesome.
So, all right. So let's throw Barbarella number 5, sold out limited edition TMNT homage incentive variant cover by Ken Hazer, Dynamite premium metal cover. Suggested retail of 100, so cool. And we have it for $60 as well tonight. And this one we have actually 2 of. A definitive 2 that we can let go of.
These metal covers will, a year from now, be the thing people are chasing at cons and shows, because I don't see anyone else that's been doing that at this level. I mean, people have done sort of foil covers or whatever. I haven't seen anyone done like legit metal covers before. Right. And Ken talked about this on Instagram. He's having a blast doing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, the Eastman homage. He's, basically we've done it across everything.
All right. So, so we threw the Barbarella up there. Awesome. And these are metal covers. And did we do Sheena? We did do Sheena.
We did do Sheena.
Yeah, we did do Sheena.
I jumped Sheena almost immediately when wait, it's right here.
So, you know what? Let's do a recap.
We did all the metal covers. We did Barbarella. We did Evil Ernie. We did Hell Sonia, and we did Sheena, Queen of the Jungle.
All right, so
these things are just absolutely beautiful.
Let's do a quick recap. So we had, as always, a Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles with a cover price of $3.99 or higher. So the entire set would be a suggested retail of $40 or more. As always, we have it for $5 for the entire set, so 50 cents a comic. You really can't lose at that price. Really? So then we had, really. Did you say really?
Yeah, really. No, I'm agreeing with you.
Really?
Well, considering what I pay for the books.
No, you're agreeing with me. Can you say that again? Can you record that, somebody? So next up, Panther Volume 2, number 1, Tom Snagowski and Janine Atchison signed Atlas edition, suggested retail of $49.99. We have it one available for $19.74. So dual signed. Then we had the Silver Surfer, which was claimed by Joe L. We had the Fantastic Four, which was claimed by Ron. Let's see. Then we still have, Blood Queen number 4, high-end Al Garza, Virgin Art Ultra Limited Edition cover. That was a best offer book. So suggested retail of $75. And right now, Lars Mann is in the lead for $10. Let's see. Then we had Barbarella.
Nick said, thanks for being here. You're welcome, Nick. Thanks for having me. Oh, you meant that.
And Barbarella number 5, sold out limited edition Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle homage incentive variant cover by Ken Hazer, Dynamite premium metal cover, suggested retail of $100, and we have 2 at $60. Hell Sonia number 1 has been claimed by both John Spilios and Lars Mann. Then we still have Chaos metal cover comics. Evil Ernie number 1, suggested retail of $100, also at $60 tonight. And then we had Sheena, the Queen of the Jungle number 1, Dynamite metal homage premium cover.
Yeah, ASM 301, which I think Kyle
ASM 301, yes, that's right. Kyle looked that up for us. $100 and suggested retail, and we have that as well at $60. Then we had Invincible Iron Man number 1, signed and cover sketch art of Iron Man by Bill Mouse. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is one of our 5-star books for $50.
That's some amazing color back into that, man. It really is.
Then we had Incredible Hulk number 1, blank variant, signed with Hulk sketch cover art by Ken Hazer. And John Spilios is in the lead at $25 on that one. Let's see. And then we had Catwoman 80th anniversary, 100-page super spectacular number 1. CGC graded 9.8, suggested retail of $89.99, and we have it one available at $69.99 tonight. Then we had, let's see, Red Sonja,
Breaking
Price
news.
of Blood #1, Joseph Michael Linsner, CGC graded cover 9.8. Currently, a best offer book. Currently, Preston is in the lead at 40. Then we had the Batman Megamix Set, and includes Batman #118, Todd McFarlane, Spider-Man homage variant by Victor Bogdanovich, CGC graded guaranteed 9.8. Batman #100, blank variant signed with a Batman cover sketch by Ken Hazer. All-Star Batman #1, Dynamic Forces exclusive J. Lee variant signed by John Romita Jr. And Batman Beyond #50, signed by Dan Jurgens.
That Batman Beyond cover is so good.
What are we doing this at?
Which one?
This. The one you're talking about.
Suggested retail of $299.96, and we have it for $193.90 for $1939.
Let's just go to $149.99. What
All
do you think,
right.
Alex? Should we bring it down to $149.99?
I mean, it's already a hell of a deal, but yeah.
I heard you had an awesome dog on earlier. What's his or her name?
It's a her.
Is it still
I
there?
said his or her. I
We
said
got-
his or her. Oh my God, she's beautiful. How old is she?
Go check and see if the viewership.
She's a she's a little over a year.
Oh man, did you have her when you were out
7,000
west,
people
or
are watching
did you
your
just
dog.
pick her up?
We got her out there.
Oh, nice.
All
Lars
right,
Man,
Lars
the
Man,
Mega
you got it, buddy. And unfortunately, if the viewership spikes, the dog can take over my job and John's job.
I know, it'll just be the dog. And
It'll
Nick
be
here.
Al-
No, it'll
Alec
be
and the dog.
What's,
Alec and the
what's her
dog.
name? What's her name?
Miss Ellie.
It'll be Miss Ellie. It'll be the Miss Ellie show with Alec.
With Alec.
And John, I'll tell you right now, real quick, before we do the next thing, John, I'll tell you right now, if you enjoyed Elvira, there's a couple different series, but I would suggest if you haven't, check out Betty Page, because it's the same sort of mix of humor and adventure. I'm trying to think of what else. Barbarella too. If you haven't,
Do we talk to our people about moving this up and making it closer?
We tried that on Alec's show. It will only fit one person, so it's a work in progress. We're still working on it.
Well, you know,
So we'll probably
you
need
and
to
John
get-
can take turns.
that. Oh
What-
yeah, and we mentioned this. Nick mentioned it a little while ago in the chat, but I mentioned it earlier too. Project Superpowers Fractured States.
Yeah,
Is March. I didn't want to
April.
April. I'm sorry. Is
You can
April.
order it now
Actually-
for April.
Actually, we had a
It's
few
April.
questions that now Nick's here. He might be able to answer.
Oh shoot,
Yep. Hold on. I got
Alec. While we're waiting, what's your favorite book tonight?
That got put up, or
Yeah.
Oh man, it's definitely one of the sketch covers, the Hulk one or the Iron Man one, 100%.
Yeah, he really
They are. You know what? And the fact that they're facing off. Did anybody claim these?
They're best.
John, this is a best offer.
Yeah.
Starting at 25. John Spilios is in the lead on this. No one has claimed this one yet.
All right. Since this is at 25 and no one's claimed this, I'm going to do this 25. First person to claim it, the Iron Man.
No.
$25.
So 25.
You guys already know that was a good one.
But first person to claim it, it is a buy it now claim. So just so we're all
Yeah.
clear on
Yeah,
this.
this is buy it now. The other one is still best offer.
The
All right,
color
so-
on that book is amazing.
I
though,
know.
Isn't it? It's just it's
So let me.
It's a hint that John should really have jumped on it because whoever wins the Hulk should own the Iron Man.
you know, the
All right,
Iron
so
Man
let me.
book.
So GC 2001 wanted to know, you guys have anything that's allowed to be said for as an update for Vampirella movie / TV show? Very excited if it comes through.
Not yet. Not
got-
yet.
That got claimed right away.
Oh, who
They
claimed
claimed
it?
right away.
Who claimed it?
Joel.
Joe.
Joel. All right.
All right, you got it, Joel. It's yours, buddy.
John Preston, I'm so sorry, guys.
That
All
really
right.
is. That really was a really sweet cover. I mean, the Hulk one's great too, but that Iron Man, those colors, it just, I don't know, it blended really well.
So yeah, so I'm gonna find something else for Alec if we have another one of these or something.
We'll figure. We'll get Alex
because
something nice.
John was looking for it and for the Hulk but was gonna back out because Alec was gonna get it for his dad. So
Oh, really?
Yeah, Ron too. So as I said, we have probably some of the best viewers out there. Everybody's so nice.
Everybody is nice.
What else did you like? What else did you like, Alec? That hasn't sold yet.
Oh no, not tonight. I took a list for his dad.
It's for his dad.
So his dad likes Hulk, Thor, and Jane Foster.
Now we got him the Thor, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And,
Oh
and-
my
and
God.
it went right into his.
I was just telling Rex about it. My dad absolutely loved it. He's got it in his display case right now. He's got like a whole case of just Hulk and Thor, like the statues. He's got a couple key issues in there too, and he's got that just like right next to the statues. He
That's
loves
awesome, man.
So
That's
thank
awesome.
thank you
Cool.
again so much for it. He really does.
No,
love
we're
it.
gonna hook him up and convince him that.
Look at Joel. That's what we gotta love. Look at this. He's giving it to John.
Oh, that's sweet.
nice. That's
We do.
nice.
I mean, we you guys make the show, first of all.
Yeah.
If we don't say it enough, thanks for joining us. I mean, there's a million things people could be doing. We appreciate the fact that you take the time, interact. We would always ask people to follow, like, subscribe, share, so we can drag more people into the conversation. Hit the notification bell so you know when we're coming on. Although I think our people kind of know.
One day I really got to start paying John. One day.
Today. John actually mentioned.
So John,
earlier, you're welcome, John.
Yeah, real quick, John. So you've got the Iron Man. Joel is giving it to you, buddy. So
nice.
Just so you know, that's really nice. Thank you, Joel. Preston, there is not one tonight, but I will look for one.
I will say this. I have not had a veggie sandwich yet, Stevie. I have not eaten yet. I'm waiting for my pizza to show up.
He's lightheaded.
I got a pizza with pepperoni and green peppers coming.
He's lightheaded.
And I am starving. So, Alec, pick another book that hasn't sold. Let's see what Nick can do while you're picking.
While he's lightheaded.
Let's see.
Exactly.
Did the metal covers are all pretty sweet. I don't know which metal covers did or didn't sell yet. I can't remember.
We sold Bloodstream and Hell Sonia. So Barbarella hasn't. Chaos Evil Ernie hasn't.
I was gonna say I think Evil Ernie's still there.
All right. So the Hell Sonia is a virgin. So what did we sell it?
No,
at?
that's already at $60. So
Oh, whoa, that's a great deal because this is like $150 to $200. All right. So Sheena logo, Evil Ernie logo, Barbarella logo. All right. Instead of $60, we'll do these at $50 each tonight. We'll drop it down to 50. They're $100 books. We'll drop it down to 50% off.
50.
And I think they're all homage books, right? The
They are.
Barbarella or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yep. These are Spider-Man 600. Spider-Man 300. Two of them make it 600. I really am lightheaded.
That pizza's on the way.
Yeah, right. That pizza can't get here quick enough.
But I just want to
So
mention
$100 books, they're now $50.
All right, so
John
that
put this
is
up there. John,
Barbarella
you're
number
welcome.
5.
Anytime I can sort of throw stuff out there, that's the whole point, to kind of suggest things to people that when someone says they like this, I'm like, it's almost like Amazon. Well, if you like this, did you like that? A lot of the stuff, Dynamite's books in particular, have a certain flavor. It doesn't matter if they're horror books or cape books or pulp books. Nick has like a certain approach to stories that he likes to say.
I don't have any approach. I let the writers and artists do their stuff.
I'm putting you over.
No.
Awesome.
It's all about the writers and the artists. It has nothing to do with me at all.
All right, while we got you here before the pizza.
That's a great approach to things, honestly. I mean, they do it for a reason. They obviously have the ideas floating around.
Thank you, Kyle. 29 minutes left on the best offer.
So while we got Nick here before the pizza comes. All right, so because I promised Ron on Monday I'd throw more CCAs. I also threw in that you did not see Action Comics number 1000 blank variant signed with a Superman sketch cover by Ken Hazer.
Wow!
Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have the one. So,
what are you asking me? What do you think we should do,
do it.
Alec?
Pardon me?
What do you think we should price this at?
That's a tough call.
$6 in my car.
I think they've all been floating around what 50. Well, the other sketch was I think 50, wasn't it? Or is that
Yeah. I'd
say 50. Keep it at 50.
Yeah.
40 or 50. I don't know what the right price is.
Alec just said 40, so we can't go up. We can only go down.
We can only go down.
First person to claim it gets it at 40.
All right, so buy it now, claim it 40. Nilo, hold on a second.
Catwoman was $50 if I remember. This is
that is. No, $69.99.
You know what? We'll bring it down to $59.99.
All right, so that's changed to $59.99.
Yes.
No, John did first. I'm looking at it. John.
Okay, hold on.
And Ron claimed. I was gonna say.
All right, Ron, you got it, buddy.
All right, so Barbarella metal
for Bob.
We have 2 of these.
Okay, good.
All right, so
we'll turn one around.
Hold on. Let me catch up here. And then John is claiming the Action Comics.
And Nilo claimed the Catwoman.
All right, so John Spilios is claiming the Action.
We'll turn around the stuff that's sold.
All right, and Nilo is claiming the Catwoman. Got it. Thanks.
You know what we're gonna do? I don't even know if you showed this G.I. Joe number 15.
Not yet.
Out of 100. I think we're doing this at 1984. What do you think, Alex? Should we go to $10? Silver Signature Series, $69.99.
Wait. Which one are you on?
$10. It looks all right off the bat.
Perfect 10 read, right?
Perfect 10 read.
It's Fred Van Lente. I love Fred Van Lente. He's writing 2 books for us: Dynamite and Jennifer Blood.
So G.I. Joe, you're doing it 10, you said?
Yeah, $10. Number 15 out of 100.
All right. And Lars Man's claiming 2 Dynamite packs. You got it, buddy.
Awesome.
So $10 is a steal. All right, I'm gonna ask Alec, pick one more book that hasn't sold, and then I'm gonna go wait for my pizza. Preston claims G.I. Joe.
Preston, gotcha, buddy.
By any chance,
2 Dynamite packs.
Yep, I got that. Yep.
Did the Silver Surfer sell? Oh, actually, no. I don't think we threw up the Guardians yet, did we?
Yeah, the Silver Surfer actually.
Yeah, Silver Surfer went to Joel. Yes, it did sell.
Okay, we didn't.
Silver Surfer.
And Stevie B's claiming 2 slices of pizza.
Do you want me to keep the toppings on? John,
no, wait. What toppings did you get?
I told you, pepperoni,
green peppers.
And I got it well done.
Ooh, that's how you got to do it.
Huh?
That's how you got to do it. I like when the pizza's a little bit, a little bit more done. I like that.
I agree wholeheartedly. John, Flash Gordon, keep your fingers crossed. We're trying. It's got to be the right talent. We have a high level to make after the Jeff Parker series. That is a high threshold to hit.
You want to know what's really funny?
No.
It's not the first time you said, John, be patient for Flash Gordon. You just didn't need him.
All right.
So there's only 25 of these signed by Alex Ross. Only 25 in the world.
Damn.
How much is this?
Silver Signature Series.
Suggested retail $199.99. We have it at $150.
All right. I'm going to do something I would not normally do. But in honor of Alec, what do you think? 50% off, $100 for Alex Ross signature?
I was gonna say Alex Ross. That's a hard one to come by.
It is.
Plus, I mean, it's Alex Ross artwork to begin with, so I'm already, a little bit high on that. So,
all right, that's it. I'm going to go wait for my pizza before I start selling stuff at cover price.
And there we go.
$4.99.
Oh, hey, Nick. I don't know if they just came out or not, but my shop got the Lone Ranger hardcovers in. They look real nice.
You got that, Ronald. Thank you.
Yeah, they look real nice.
All right, so
congrats, John.
John Spilios is claiming Guardians. Got you, John.
And John, honestly, number 9 out of 25, single digits. That is really great claim. Really great claim.
And Stevie B says peppers repeat on me like White Castle bothers
like
most
White
people.
Castle.
Hey, listen,
I love White Castle.
White Castle is great at 2:30 in the morning when you've had
adult beverages.
It's
a lot of them.
A lot
of them.
Well, White Castle absorbs the alcohol.
So. No. The alcohol absorbs the grease.
I disagree with all of those statements.
God, White Castle is so nasty.
All right, so actually, we need to go to our last and final break. So we will go.
Before we go, I want to say thank you for Alex for being here always, and thank you to all the fans. Listen, you guys really make this great.
Philosophers in a row.
Robbie Station. Am I getting it right?
What's going on, buddy?
Robbie Station.
So
all depends on which side of the camera you're looking at.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Nick.
All right, so hey, Kyle, take us to break. We'll be back.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
And just because this literally just showed up during the break, just want to show everybody.
Just so you know, these are bits. This is actually the pizza that arrived at Nick just
He orders from the same place. There's at least 5 different pizza joints around here.
Hey, once you got your spot, you got your spot.
Not
Exactly. Alec just said it. You always stick with a good thing.
In Oklahoma,
If you're here,
that
do you want
works.
to do this?
Nope.
Or...
No. Amy's doing it.
No.
It's Amy, the Amy
Listen,
Minute.
It's the Amy Alec show.
I do that here too.
Oh, you guys come up with the worst titles.
Oh my God, she's getting so comfortable in her job. She
So
talks
it's the
back to
Amy
me and
Minute.
everything.
Go for it.
Go do your thing.
Grab your slice of cheese on the way out.
Yeah. Slices are $4.
Yeah, I gotta pay. Hey, listen, I gotta pay for all those discounts.
We're at the part of the show.
Be
now
honest,
where
John, do
we
I
do
kill the
upgrade.
mood or
No, it's an upgrade. It's always an upgrade.
It's an upgrade.
you guys are too nice?
My back hurts from carrying Rex, so go ahead.
I just felt I feel bad because I said on the Monday show I would show off the rest of the Virgin covers, and if I broke my promise, then I know I would get yelled at.
Rex is probably
crazy
I get
fans.
5 minutes of quiet.
But I thought maybe if I just do it as fast as I can, and then you guys can finish up because I'm sure you guys still have a couple things you got to show off.
I just take home so
I was gonna say, I think we actually got through almost everything.
Almost everything.
But Amy's got cool stuff.
But yeah, the leftover
Yeah.
Virgin covers that I didn't show off on Monday were for this week's Dynamite book. So real quick, I'll show off the Valentine's Day special for Red Sonja. The ones I have right here are the cosplay cover by Rachel Holland and the black and white Virgin cover by Sosa Micah. I hope I got her name right this time.
Cool.
So again, these are usually $50, but like last time, we're gonna make them 40. We're gonna make them 40 for you guys. So if you want to get a jump on this comics that are on sale this week, grab some right here. So yeah, the Red Sonja ones, Rachel Holland cosplay, and Sosa Micah, black and white.
We've been super fortunate with cosplayers that we've got on covers. They've just killed it. There's 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. They've just absolutely killed it. We got Anna Mia's Betty Page coming up soon. We're real fortunate. We're real fortunate to have the relationship we do with cosplayers. Rachel Holland, right at the top of the list there. Although now I'm hungry. I want a turkey leg. So
I'm smelling the pizza, and I'm like, oh boy. And then we'll run through the Sonja #2 Virgin covers. We showed a lot last time, but now this is the Jung Yoon cover, the first one right here, which is like just far away, like, oh, that's deadly.
Yeah.
The cosplay cover for this one is Gracie the cosplay lass, which is what detail goes into making a cosplay like that? I can't imagine.
She talked about it on Twitter when she because we follow each other for years on social media, and she talked about that. She talked about everything that went into, as she said, bringing Sonja into 3 dimensions, and it's a lot. Apparently, it's not just like you watch TV shows
like does she do face paint or is that lighting?
It's both actually.
Both? Okay.
It's both practical and digital effects to use her.
And Joe, no Hawaiian pizza. That's not real pizza. I just want to throw that out there.
No.
Okay.
So let's let Amy and Alec do their thing.
The other two covers are the Lucio Perillo cover is the ultraviolet one. Monday was
the
Oh,
the
those
Virgin.
are so cool.
And that's a
the
virgin.
Virgin ultraviolet one.
What do we got that at?
40? MSRP is 50 and then 40.
Let's do 1973, the year Red Sonja first appeared.
For all of them, just to be clear.
Yeah, why not?
1973, guys, come on.
Across the board.
Across
Only
the
one of
board.
each.
That is an insane cover you got up right now, though.
That is. That's really.
Isn't that beautiful?
I now want
Yeah.
to.
A lot of the ultraviolet covers have been getting love
and change
lately.
The color to this because it's so neat.
So real quick, the last
Oh,
one
John
for
didn't waste any time. He
the last
claimed
one
me.
for Halsonia is Jimmy Brock's.
John, you got it.
Well, which one? And she's got 5. So John picked
Playing
for,
the
the ultraviolet. Sorry.
1970. You said 79.
1970.
Oh, Lars Man claimed all.
Thank you. So all right, John.
And Larsman claimed
Everything else.
Okay, Larsman. Wow.
I'm
I
sure we can find an extra.
I was going to say, if we don't have one, I have an extra one. So
Okay.
you can have mine if we don't have
all of
another
them.
one.
All right.
Congrats, Lars, man.
Real quick, including Rensonia, just to be sure.
So Amy's done.
There's all the Rensonias and then
Easy.
the Halsonia. Excuse me. Oh my gosh.
Hey, he remains. All right, I got pizza,
on,
man.
All right. John gets one of these. Larsman. Just clarify: is it just the Helsonias or Helsonia and the Red Sonja Valentine?
Just let us know.
Yeah.
Either way, no problem. Yes, everything.
Yes, everything.
All right,
Yes
and
to everything.
Nilo, I know we have. You know what? Rex just told me we have 3 more. So, yes, the Valentine's collection. So yes, you can have the black and white cover, 1973.
All right.
So basically, yeah, Rex just told me we do have a few more, which is good. Listen, one of the things we always want to be careful with is make sure that these are all mint because they're expensive books. So Rex went, checked out, made sure we have enough. Look at Miss Ellie. She steals the show.
Oh, all of a sudden I just feel something at my leg and it's her clawing. to just come up.
But hey, listen, she's the boss, man. She's the boss.
She does.
So real quick, okay, everybody, Rex confirmed. Put in your submission. We will cover all of you. He Who Remains, Joel, Preston, you're all covered. So just put it in. 1973. Do me a favor, don't tell anybody. It stays on this show. I'm gonna go have pizza before I go lower on price.
All right, and that is all for me. Rex, you can come back now.
Amy, thank you for joining us.
I'm gonna write them down right now. Thanks again, guys.
All right.
Bye, Alec.
Bye. One thing I noticed with the covers, looking forward at Draculina issue number 1. I'm not sure if you guys are doing more covers with Rose Besh, but those covers are always, oh my god, they're just so nice.
I'm sure that we will.
Well, there's like a few artists right now. We talked about this. There's like 3 or 4 artists right now. They're all sort of popping up at once. We're super glad that we got them. But Rose Besh is one.
Yes.
Peach Momoko is one. And Suzuka is one. That they're really sort of just like dialing into what the creators are trying to do with the book, and it really shows on the covers.
All right, so let's do a best offer recap as we're approaching the deadline here. All right,
Yeah,
so
I have to run and get my Helsonia book, so let's wrap this up.
Blood Queen number 4, high-end Al Garza Virgin Art Ultra Limited Edition cover, suggested retail of $75. It is one of our best offer books, and Lars Man is currently in the lead at 10. Then we had, let's see, Incredible Hulk number 1 blank variant, signed with a Hulk sketch cover art by Ken Hazer. Currently, John Spilios is in the lead. That's another best offer book at 25. Let's see. Then the Red Sonja, The Price of Blood number 1, Joseph Michael Linsner CGC graded cover, 9.8. It is the best offer book, and Preston is in the lead at 40. And then we have Women of Dynamite, Vampirella statue, black and white diamond eye edition, suggested retail of $299.99, and Ron is currently in the lead at 60. And let's see. You know what? Let's throw another book out there.
If we don't get another bid, Ron's going to be super happy.
Yeah, he is. And he deserves it if he's the only claim. So we had Uncanny Inhumans #0, signed by Charles Soule. Suggested retail of $49.99. Tonight we have it for $19.65. We have one available at that price.
And what book was that?
That is Uncanny Inhumans #0.
I don't have that one on. Oh wait, yes I do. I was trying to look for it.
Did the dog eat your homework?
No, not yet.
I haven't read this book, but Black Bolt has looked better.
You think?
He looks like he has not had a great.
It's like one of my drunken evenings in college.
Arrows in his back.
So, all right. So, you know what? We got a Jim Lee book out here. Justice League #1, first print signed by Jim Lee. Suggested retail of $299.99. We have it for $196 tonight for $19.60. All right. So that is also available tonight.
Jim signed 250 of these. This is 197.
I love his signature. Too.
Yeah.
Boo hiss on Rex's joke. What are you talking about? It was a great joke. And okay, great. Awesome. He Who Remains. Awesome, buddy. I'm glad to hear it. All right. That was a fantastic joke. You don't just don't know humor, Nick. Wait, what are you staring at? The screen can't get any bigger without me and John having to do this outside.
That would be great.
I don't think we can make it.
I'm gonna do a He Who Remains special since he came in
here
late.
we go.
He's got 30 seconds to be first. All right, that Jim Lee Justice League, one of the greatest signatures in comics. Instead of 196 for Brave and the Bold 28, we'll do 150 tonight. 150. He Who Remains, you got 30 seconds to be first.
Lee Bizzle asks, who wrote that Red Sonja #1?
Christopher Hastings, Hell Sonja.
He just blurted it out because he wanted to say it before John said it.
All right.
He should be saying it first. He publishes the book.
Oh,
yes,
man.
Christopher Hastings is doing Hell Sonja #1.
So He Who Remains, or anybody, 150 on the Jim Lee autograph. But He Who Remains gets a head start. So Stevie B is 65
and
on the
Lee,
Vantage.
because Lee asked about Hell Sonja #1. There's a great video up at Dynamite's site where Christopher Hastings talks about essentially, quote unquote, the making of Hell Sonja. It's
so
a really
He
cool
Who Remains is going to take it. You got it, buddy. I'm going to put you down here. Who Remains.
So it looks like Ronald is back in the lead at 70.
Okay, yeah. Looks like. Let me find a statue. All right, so Ron.
That statue is so nice, man.
So Stevie B was at 65, and then Ron came in at 70. Got it, Ron. All right, so Ron is still in the lead at 70.
He Who Remains claimed the book, right? You got that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Thank you very much. All right. So let's see. What do we got left here? Not much. Okay, let's do. Okay, let's do Invincible Iron Man #1, signed by David Marquez. Suggested retail of $49.99. Tonight we have one available for $19.63. It is a buy it now book for anybody that wants to.
Dave only signed 39 of these. This is #2 of 39. Nice low number.
He Who Remains. I will create a separate invoice for you, but we'll get all the purchases out at one time for you, buddy. All right, so we don't have to ship two different shipments. It's just easier from a logistics end because our invoices are broken up by show. So I don't get fined. So don't worry about it, buddy. But it will be a separate invoice. Just helps us on our end to keep things straight. But I will definitely pack it all together, buddy. Spider-Girl 69. What's good comic world? Well, other than my and John's engaging personalities,
it's new comic book day. So we've had
it's new comic book day, and we got our buddy Alex from Comics here.
And this is also a good time to bring up. Go check out his show.
Oh, yes.
Go check out his YouTube channel.
Definitely. When you get a chance, check out Alex's YouTube channel, AR Comics. You'll find it very easily if you just type in AR Comics. Some great content.
We talked about that he contextualizes a lot of what we do here.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of just blurt out a ton of stuff in 2 hours in between selling books. But if you shoot over to AR's channel, he kind of puts a lot of this stuff into context.
Yeah, and in the context, and the one thing I think everybody that watches AR's channel, they like about him is he's going to be brutally honest. You may not agree with some.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
and I think that's the appeal of his channel. So before the end of the show, if Kyle gets a chance, if you could throw that link up, that'd be awesome.
Well, yeah, not to bash anybody, but there's a ton of shows out there where everybody likes everything, and I'm like, really? Like nothing ever. I have no problems if I'm watching the show and someone's like, "Oh, the Adventures of so and so this week was kind of weak. This wasn't like."
Well, just like his feelings about Stray Dog.
Stray Dogs, yeah. And I think those are accurate, and I like Stray Dogs. But yeah,
I feel you.
You've got Volume 1, Volume 2, and there's sort of like a big,
Lars Man says he likes AR's pressing and cleaning walkthrough.
Appreciate it. I haven't pressed and cleaned a book in a while. Between the move, I haven't been able to set it up.
A little busy, huh? Yeah, I think you've been a little busy, brother. I mean, bookcases that change colors don't just put themselves up.
Although officially everything is finally in with the VA people. It's at the underwriters. Oh my God. That has been so stressful dealing with the VA loan people. It's unreal. Their expectations are just.
John just asked me, I have to choose one, Sonyaverse or Vampire.
All right, before you choose, and let me say this, AR. Guess what? A conventional mortgage is just as big a pain in the butt. But I'm going to throw.
People are still paying those?
I'm about to start mine.
Anybody that would like to beat John, just send me an email. Justice League number 16, signed and cover wraparound Superman sketch by Ken Hazer. This is an actual awesome CCA cover sketch art. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have one available for $50. And you know what? I'm actually gonna take this bad boy out.
Well, Rex takes that out. I'll answer John's question really quick. John, if I absolutely have to pick one, it would be Vampyverse. I've read Vampirella longer than I've read Red Sonja. That's sort of more my wheelhouse, horror than sword and sorcery. And I just sort of
so this is a football theme.
Look at that.
See, this is what happens when you have 14 seconds left on the clock. You still with us, Robbie?
Stevie just upped his bid to $80, even though it's going to take a bite out of his White Castle budget.
No, that's the whole thing. White Castle, very, very reasonably priced.
Well, we're getting the White Castle of the South in New Jersey soon, our area.
All right, so Stevie B is at 80 on the statue.
80 at the statue.
Stevie B is at 80.
Ron's back up.
And Ron is at 90. All right. Got you both down, fellas. All right, so this is a wraparound cover with a football theme, which is kind of appropriate as we're approaching the Super Bowl here. So that is available for $50, and it is a wraparound cover with a football theme. So let's see here. And that is available for $50. Should I do a full recap, you think?
I wouldn't do a full recap just because I don't think we have enough time.
I can talk super fast.
Yeah, but they can't listen that fast.
Of course they can.
And go.
Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles. Suggested retail of 40 or higher, and we have it for $5. As always, okay, all right. I'm going to have to pay attention to the statue. So Stevie B is now up to 95 on the statue. So John may be right. I hate to admit it, but he may be right.
I hate when that happens.
I do. I really genuinely do. All right. So we have that available. Panther number 1, Thompson, Snagowski, and Janine Atchison signed Atlas edition. Suggested retail $49.99. Okay, so Ron is up to 100 on the statue. Got you, Ron. Let's see. Suggested retail $49.99. We have for $19.74. That is Panther number 1. We had Uncanny Humans number 0, signed by Charles Soule. $49.99. Suggested retail $19.65. We have one available. Let's see. That's been claimed. We still have Invincible Iron Man number 1, signed by David Marquez. Suggested retail of $49.99. We have it tonight for $19.63. All right. So Ron is. You're at 100 already. Okay, Preston, you're claiming the Panther. You got it, buddy. So Preston is claiming the Panther. I got you down, buddy. Let's let's see. Then we had John Spillios took that one. Let's see. Preston took that one. Let me see.
Hey,
John, I don't know if you've read it, but I'd also suggest if you haven't read it and you like Vampyverse and Sonyaversal, I would suggest Red Sonja the Superpowers and Vampirella Dark Powers, which sort of preceded those. Same kind of neat, taking the characters out of their specific genre, their specific universes, and putting them on a broader stage. I think in the beginning, maybe people were wondering if that would work. After 18, 20, 24 books across, it works. It works really, really well.
Hey
All right,
guys,
so-
super quick. I'm gonna be right back. I just heard the dog knocked something over, and I need to see what that is. I know. I'll be right back.
Don't
Super
worry,
quick.
this would be another good chance to remind everybody go check out Alex State channel on YouTube.
Oh gosh, I swear, I love
That's
it.
funny.
That is funny. I love it. Okay, so Justice League number 16, signed and cover wraparound Superman sketch by Ken Hazer
That's
with a
crazy
football
good,
theme.
man.
That is neat. Isn't
Like
it?
a Super Bowl special or something, was that? Or am I thinking of a different book?
What's that?
Was that like a Super Bowl special or something?
I think it was. And we have it for $50. We have one available. All right, Stevie B, gotcha, buddy. So, Ron, you are the winner, it looks like, on statue. Stevie B is folding, but I will put you down, Stevie B, for a 10-pack set, buddy. Got you down, bud. All right, so you're good to go. And 49 seconds left. Keep in mind, everybody, there is a slight delay of, I think we approximated at 20, 25 seconds. So keep that in mind. What slabs have you got there? All right. Let's see.
Red Sonja. Batman Detective
Red
Comics.
Sonja, best offer. Preston is currently in the lead at 40. The mega set is gone. And let's see. Oh, we have one more. Detective Comics number 1027. Suggested retail of $89.99. And we have one available 5-star at $50 if anybody's interested.
Slabs at $50 are just, to me, if I was a slab collector, that would be a no-brainer. I would be in here almost every week. Because what you buy now
You are
at
in here
$50.
every week.
No, I mean not doing this. I would be in the room every week. I'm not a big slab guy, but for people who are, slabs are almost like currency at cons. Like I'm watching how people are using them almost like currency. And getting, an $80 or $90 book now for $50, that'll be $110 or $115, $120 to con. You're almost like doubling your investment.
Right. So He Who Remains, let us know, buddy. Detective Comics number 1027, CGC graded 9.8. It's just a retail of $89.99, 5-star at $50. If you are interested, let us know. Throw that claim up there. That is a buy it now book. Lee Bizzle's asking how much it costs to get a comic graded. Alec, you want to tackle that one, buddy?
It's definitely gotten a little pricey. So if you're looking at CGC, I think they raised their prices to $24 or $22, and that's not including the membership that it costs. And I think the membership is there's different levels. I think there's $100 one, a $200 one, and there's a cheaper option, 100%. But that's a little pricey, and then you have to consider getting it cleaned and pressed. That's going to add some time, and I think their turnaround time right now is like 7 to 10 months. It's just not a good time to get things slabbed, at least in my opinion.
The DC slab that's back there, He Who Remains, was sold.
Yeah,
I think he needs
yeah,
that
this one. The Catwoman was sold.
The Catwoman was sold.
He Who Remains, $40. You're offering $40 for the graded 1027.
And the statue's what? Like 8 by 3?
I'm not sure. Amy, can you check the statue dimensions for us real quick? He Who Remains, you've been such a great supporter of ours. I'm gonna, without talking to Nick, I'm gonna go ahead and let you have it for $40. End of the night special. So He Who Remains, you got it, 40, buddy. And then Ron, we're checking on dimensions for you, buddy. Oops.
Oh, there you are. For a second, we went off. I was like, "Are we done?"
Oh, I must have touched the cable.
John, you're welcome. I'm sort of happy you can. A lot of times, I talk more about Dynamite Comics on Twitter because we try to do everything here in the experience. But find me on Twitter at @J_Cole. People shoot me questions about Dynamite all day. Back issues.
And I'll be honest with you, if you got questions about cooking, you might want to throw that question in there too. I got to be honest. All joking aside, he posts pics of food like that. You had that one sandwich that one day, peppers and sausage. That you put on like a Kaiser roll. Yeah, that's what it was. Oh man.
Well, the lady I got it from, like, everybody loves a sausage and pepper sandwich, but they're super messy to eat, right? Like, if you've ever gone to an Italian festival, you're walking around, you're trying to eat, it's falling all over the place. So I got in the kitchen and figured out how can I make this easier to eat.
I like sausage and pepper sandwiches.
And I turned it into, we don't have a kitchen.
Can't you just cook it and then wrap it up and bring it to me? You don't live that far away, dude.
I live thousands of feet away.
I know.
All of thousands.
Dude, I mean,
I think I live legitimately. There's
not even 10
5,000
minutes
feet in a mile, so I live about 15,000 feet away.
Yeah,
from Dynamite.
dude, yeah, you're not even, dude.
Every once in a while, Dynamite creator will be like, "How are you reading that
You
book?
can drive
didn't get out
backwards
yet?"
from your house, okay? All right, and get here in under 10 minutes. So John Spilio says a cooking show called Cooking on Dynamite would be fire.
I've asked the publisher to have a large-scale gourmet kitchen put in.
We got that hot plate in the
Apparently,
kitchen.
that's not in the budget at all.
Can you work with that hot plate in the kitchen?
I've done stuff with hot plates before.
There you go. So you have everything you need. I'll bring pans. I'm good with that.
I once used an ironing board to make a grilled cheese sandwich.
I might do a show drinking with at Lars Man. You'll have to come to our brewery.
Yeah, that'd be.
I'm telling you, that is on the top of my friggin' list. I'm trying to get that hooked up before us.
So we're done with the.
We are done.
We're done with all the best offers. Congratulations to everybody. Thanks again for joining us. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Thank you to Alec, and more importantly, thank you to
Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you, Miss Ellie, for joining us. As always, thanks to Alec.
Thanks for Nick
Amy.
popping in. Thanks for Amy popping in.
I also agree about slabbing.
Yeah, slabbing right now. One of the reasons we're trying to do slab books is slabbing is pricey. Slabbing is time intensive.
Yeah.
If you have the means, just get the books from us. When you factor in all the costs, you're going to wind up saving money.
So, hey, Stevie B, watch Groundhog Day.
Again.
I love that movie.
I love that movie.
Good movie.
Six more weeks of winter.
Yeah, right.
So that's 6 more weeks of us selling this.
And we're getting our prediction on the winter from a rodent. That makes a lot of sense. So I want to thank Amy, obviously, always behind the scenes and in front of the camera helping us out.
Thanks
Alec. Thank you, John,
guys.
of course. Kyle, who produces behind the scenes for us, and JD, who produces as well.
Wrap it up. There's still pizza here.
Yeah, if we're fast. But most of all, we want to thank our viewers, our loyal supporters.
Yeah, thank you guys. Seriously.
Thank you guys. We have so much fun doing this. That we really
Thanks,
enjoy.
Kyle, for kind of sitting in the center chair.
Check out Alex's YouTube channel. Don't forget on the experience on Friday nights, it will be original art with Nick.
Do we have another thing coming up next on the experience? Or am I thinking of Monday nights when Jen is after us?
There's a 1 hour break, and then we have the Wednesday Warriors show.
Okay.
With Joey and Ambrosia. Yeah, I have to eat at some point because Nick always shows me his pizza, and then I get hangry.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Kyle has to block out an
We
hour.
kind of know the feeling. We definitely know the feeling. So
Have a great night, everybody.
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you so much.
See you guys. Thank you.
Take care.